Welcome back, guys! We're playing more crime scene cleanup. We're on to our fourth location. And I heard this one's kind of spooky, so yay! I don't think it's scary. I think we're just gonna be, like, it's gonna be, like, showcased as, like, oh, this is paranormal, but really, someone was up to shenanigans. So let's figure that out. I am a huge chicken, so I'm hoping it's not too, ooh, spooky in your face. So let's see. So, short circuit. You don't gotta know my name, but I know you, Mr. Kowalski. As you know, this world is ruled by hackers and real estate agents, and guess who's the OG among them? Yours truly. I hardly ever screw up, but dang, this time I dropped the ball. The housing market's going wild, so obvs I can't had to mess with the price of that dope house I had my eye on. Hacked into its smart home system, freaked out the family living there, had 'em thinking it was a haunted crib, never saw the murder suit. Oh my god. Plot twist coming. My bad. Can you sort out this mess for me? There's a fat reward waiting for you if you do. Yep. As I said, it's gonna get spooky, but let's accept it. Unpaid treatment costs. Elena Kowalski. Mr. Kowalski, this will be the last time I remind you to cover all the payments that are already overdue. The maximal payment term is 60 days. You owe our clinic $23,000 and it's increasing by $1,500 a day. We'd rather not stop Elena's treatment, but if you don't pay us by the end of the month, you won't leave us a whole lot of options. Kelly Lee, Diligent Medical Center. Business office, 5825 Mainland Avenue, New Columbia, California. Sir, you've been making a shit ton of money. Where's all that going? Like, pay some bills, please. Take care of them. I don't like these threatening emails. Tyler Novak, miracle after miracle. Ever since you helped me, it's as if every day brings another miracle. I thought I was already done for, you know? All these debts, no good school, or normal work, and so on. But things actually do get better. LOL. Recently I met this girl, Trisha, and we instantly clicked. She also belongs to the streets, so she gets it. Gets me! She makes great music, and I know she'll rock it one day. It's weird, but it kind of makes me think more about life. Or she does. I don't know. I hope to introduce her to you one day. Okay, it's good to hear that you're doing good, Tyler. Even though you've been a little bit wacko, but you know, I guess it's fine. Oh, hi, Oh, I knocked over a bucket. Yoop. Hi, Dex.
Remember, Dexter, bones I collect are not snakes.
Oh!
They're evidence.
You don't really collect bones, Mr. Kowalski. Oh, look, coffee. Lots of coffee. A buggy out bowl. Let me move that so it doesn't bug the crap out. No, let's not put it precariously like that. Why do you keep knocking over? There. Looks like I got my lunch. Tasty. Is this for me? Probably. I'm gonna take it with me anyway. It's my lunch. Why is this bottle on the floor? Sir, have you been drinking? I know you were drinking because you've had a really hard time, but you shouldn't throw them on the floor. That's dangerous. What if Dexter gets, like, onto it? That's not great. So we're gonna open this, pick up my lunch. Gonna put my lunch back here. There we go. Hopefully, it doesn't get tainted while I drive. Alright. On to Short Circuit. Oh boy, I'm so excited. I'm gonna have to turn on my happy-go-lucky Hello Kitty music or something, because... make a wish.
It'll be a long night.
Sounds like it. Oh, I hate that we do this at night, but I understand why.
Don't ask me why smart houses began to creep the shit out of me. I saw so many weird things all in one place. No wonder those people went mad. If I didn't know, I would have gone mad too.
Okay. Oh. We got the got the ball. So what we're gonna do is turn on some... So what we're gonna do is turn on some happy-go-lucky music. Yeah, let's do some lo-fi. Oh, I can already hear the creepy stuff. I might get
Is
those...
scaring one's neighbors to death the only way to fight these insane housing prices?
Is there a... No, I have no reflection, but is there a smart radio in here? Not smart radio. What are they called? Speakers. Because I think that's what he mentioned that is scaring everybody. I'm gonna leave footprints all over the place, but that's fine. What? Is there one back here? Yes, there is. Gotta take that. Ah. Adam, my mom is scaring the shit out of me, dude. Paul, what? Why? Adam, I wake up and she's standing over me in my bed praying. Paul, didn't know she was so religious. Adam, she wasn't. And now she thinks the devil lives in our house. I'm packing my things and moving out of this place. Paul, damn.
Religious fanatics.
I'll grab that.
Sometimes your mom is one of them.
You poor dude, I'm sorry. Do you have any speaker in here? I say with my music blaring because I am also just as freaked out. Oh, got a cross here.
Or some kind of exorcism. Probably both. Christ almighty.
Yeah, the creepy sound doesn't work. What's that? I can see it, but I'm gonna have to probably clean first. Take this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy.
Okay, I know there's something in here. Just where is it, though? Mom is losing it. What I see is a small malfunction or some kind of glitch for her is hard evidence of us being cursed or even possessed. Her meds either don't work or she isn't even taking them. I don't know where to get help. We're doomed. May God have mercy on this family.
God didn't help them. It's not really his thing.
That's not that speaker. There you are. Come here. What is this? Creepy shit. It's a human head. Mannequin, I bet. Frickin' insane. Well, I'm gonna just toss you down there, because why not? What's in here?
Shit. This job will kill me one day.
A kitty paw. Ah, lots of kitty paws. Oh, here's that one.
Sometimes you really don't need much to make people go crazy.
Nope. I have a feeling that's made like with a cat sponge or something. I don't think there's a thing that keeps track of. Just keep that there. Let's open this.
That haunted robot vacuum won't stop until I beat the shit out of it. You either die clean
There.
or live long enough to be cleaned.
Kitty, kitty. There you are. Give. Just trying to turn off the TV. I guess not, that's just gonna be on. I don't think the cat's around here, unfortunately. They do have a cute cat, though. I like it. Oh, well, I missed that jump scare. I do hear crying in here, though, so I know that's coming from a speaker somewhere.
In LA, this could have been a whole apartment.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Harry
this is
Potter and the
exactly room
Goblet
that's
of Clay.
perfect for right now.
Wow. Crazy. Come back and look in here. I want to see if I can find that stupid speaker I'm listening to. Your sense isn't great for finding any speakers, is it, bud?
Everything started when Adam got back home from his studies. The first thing I noticed was the sudden temperature changes. It was either so cold in here that you could see your breath, or so hot that it felt like a fever. Then, things started moving on their own at night. At that point, I was sure Adam was possessed. I had to save my little boy. Save his soul from the evil spirit within him.
Fear and delusions led her to murder.
Sounds about right. Where is that stupid godforsaken speaker? Oh, there it is.
The devil's work.
Damn. Crazy. Okay. Drop. I hear it. That creepy music is a fucking speaker. Where is it? There you are.
Such a little device. So much carnage.
Music really tends to get your senses on edge. That's why I get really agitated when I start hearing it, because it's like I don't want to hear it. Yeah, I know I could be cleaning that the normal way. I don't feel like it. I'm gonna need a light. Thankfully, I have one. So, let's... what kind of light do I want to use? Not that one, I want to use this one. There you go. Black light is very bright, so you know. And it lights up all the stains, so that's great too. Anyway, now that I've got all those creepy noise boxes out of the way, how are you all doing? I'm doing pretty alright. I keep wanting to lock in and get some stuff done, just personal stuff, and I keep procrastinating. I feel like that is just a normal human thing to do. So, to be a bit productive today, I'm gonna do this. Get this video out for you guys, because I do love hearing from you. I love reading all your comments. You guys are very sweet. And I'm glad that you take a lot of joy into just listening to me yap. I'm a very big yapper. I think that is just the nice part about being on YouTube, is listening to other people and then also just yapping along and having a grand old time. So it's Alright, clean my mop. Oh, I didn't knock it over. I just pushed it to the side. Yeah, is that a win? I think that's a win. Yeah, we're doing better. Oh, thank goodness. Meanwhile, I just got a very heavy amount of classical music, which I saw a comment saying that it was hard to hear me, so I lowered the volume of the music and like just upped the volume of my mic, so hopefully that helps. I like having the music playing just because it gives me something to listen to while I'm doing this, or else it's just an empty house I'm listening to. And I actually have a very odd fear of big houses where people used to live. I don't know why. It always gives me chills, even though there's nothing scary about this whatsoever. I mean, I'm being facetious. This is meant to be like ooh, you know, because that's just kind of the scene that happened here. But in general, like games that aren't meant to be scary tend to give me the chills. Like there's this one game I was watching CJU Games play, and it was a puzzle game. You inherited this large manor, and you just go around solving puzzles, and it was a lot of fun watching him solve all the puzzles. But when the character he played as would have his back turned, I would just, for some reason, get the chills. I don't know why. Big, empty, old houses just freak me out. I don't know why I did that. I don't get it. I don't think I ever really will. Oh, there's a hand. Sir? Did say turn that off? They just, It's a very irrational fear to have, but it's one I have nonetheless. Do you guys have any, like, odd fears like that, where, like, you know, people would kind of just give you a second look of, like, why? Not to say they're not valid, it's just, when you think about them, you're just like, but why does that make me, like, you know, tick? Because I don't know why. It's just something I have. That and the fear of falling, but I feel like falling is natural because, yeah, that would be a really terrible way to, you know, go. Right. Hey, sir, are you picking this up, please? Yes, there we go. Walking into here. Light this place up a little bit. Hey, dude, sorry about your mom. No, that doesn't really help because I don't think he can hear me, but you know, it'll be fine. My goodness. Let's get this place cleaned up, shall we? Honestly, this game is very interesting despite how morbid it is. It is very morbid. But it's an interesting simulation of just kind of understanding what people who clean up crime scenes go through. Of course, this is very different to most crime scenes, because I'm sure
into the bucket.
most people don't clean up for organized crime. But nonetheless, every crime scene out there needs somebody to clean it up, and I'm sure there has been a lot of stories. I'm sure it's good money too. I don't have the heart to go in and do a whole crime scene cleanup. And I have immense respect for people who do. I feel like I would be traumatized on a daily basis. Like, I don't think there'd be bodies, of course, because the police would probably take them in already to have them autopsied and such, coroner's report and whatsoever, taken whatever. Wow, it's shining through the wall. That's interesting. I'm glad my backlight is that powerful. Hell yeah. Alright, let's pick some soaps. There we go. I call this concoction pumpkin brew. Pumpkin spice. It's spicy because it's mixed with a very unfortunate accident. I'm being silly. Ooh, epitaph of a good friend. Can we move this back into place? There we go. That's a nice painting. It's a shame got knocked over. Sorry, dude. You probably had a big and full life ahead of you, and lady probably lost it. I'm sorry, man. That's crazy. Make an interesting ghost story in the future. I don't think this game will ever like have like a scare factor. I don't think there's like models you'll see. This is a guess. I have no idea. I have not been really spoiled at all in this game. So I don't think we're gonna come across like any, what are you doing, you know? At least I hope not. Because I used to be the biggest chicken back in the day. Any little thing would scare the crap out of me. So my first gaming console I ever owned was a PS1. and I had Spyro the Dragon, the one that they remade for Xbox, Switch, and all that, which is awesome. I own it. I love it a lot. It is so nostalgic. But with the original Spyro, I was too scared to get past the second world, so I didn't realize how big that game was because I was such a freaking chicken. Because the monsters of like the second world, the desert area, just terrified me. So I never like got past it. So when I played it recently and I started really getting through the game, I was like, holy cow, this game is huge. What was wrong with me? But you know, I can't blame little me too much for that. I was just very sensitive at heart. Still am, but not sensitive in that regard. I still get like scared by like very like innocent stuff, but regardless, regardless, it's not as bad as it used to be. Man. And then the mosquitoes from Frogger really scared me, like Frogger for the PS2. You can watch Mindpulp play it. They actually played it recently. And the designs of the mosquitoes are still horrifying, so I don't blame little me for being like terrified of those per se, because like even adult me is kind of side-eyeing them. But like, what's a better example? The guards from Oblivion. So when Oblivion first came out, my uncle was playing the game, and so since I was probably around like 6 or 7, I was like, oh hey, can I like try it? You know, I'm curious. And so he would go take a nap, and I would play his character for a little bit while he was sleeping. And I would get so terrified of the Imperial Guard, the stop! You violated the law! That would scare the daylights out of me, that I would just pause the game and leave the room and have him deal with it when he woke up because I was just so afraid. It's so sad, I know. This is just little me. But like just little things like that would terrify me. So I'm really glad I'm not like that now, but like I still get like really spooked by things that shouldn't like quickly spook you. So like if there were models in this game that like, and models I mean like, damn it, character models I mean like, just why are you here? You know, like if the mom was like presumed to be like gone, I would get really freaked out. I even get freaked out by supernatural stuff, so it's like, oh yeah, the house is haunted. Like that's why I collected the speakers immediately, because I get really freaked out by ambience. So I wanted to get those picked up so I wouldn't like wig myself out. And I'm sure, because I know I've read a few comments where it's like, I'm not a huge fan of horror games either, like of you guys not being a huge fan of horror games either, so I wanted to get those taken care of. If you're just listening to this, relax and not feel on edge. Though, I do enjoy a good horror game every now and then. Not playing it, I don't play horror games, my friend does. So I'll sit in and play with her. Her channel is Sweet Petite Mommy, and I've tagged her a few times. We actually did At Dead of Night together, and that was a lot of fun. Terrifying! I actually had to take my headphones off for like a second because my heart was like in my throat. It was so bad. Like I'm excited for the sequel game that they're gonna come out with, but oh my god, that game was terrifying because it's live action. Okay, so where does this go? Oh, it's over there. No, not on the floor. Over there. Guys, a new hand touches the beacon. It's fine. Poor Murdia. I've done her quest, but I'm so bad at about it. Like I'll just have her beacon forever. Oh, poor Murdia. I think out of all the Daedra, she is like one of the more like on the side of good, I'd like to say. Now, I get it, not like they're supposed to be kind of like morally dubious, which is fine. Like that is just what a Daedra is. But I think she is more on the side of good than evil, because like really she is trying to cleanse necromancy and keep her temple from getting defiled, which I get, but it's good to not have that affecting the human world. I believe Nocturnal is relatively like, she's morally gray, but I do think she's more on the good side because she helps like out the Thieves Guild, those who are more down on their luck. Like, she comes off as
Blunt
more...
force trauma. Hit in the head many, many times.
Poor dude. But she comes off as more, like, benevolent. Why are you stuck in the wall? Get out of the wall! Oh my gosh. I'm giving him more blunt force trauma. I'm incriminated on this now. Big Jim's gonna be like, did you just blunt force trauma this guy to death? And it's like, probably. Anyway, get in. Is it because the stupid head's in there? No. You are glitching shit out, sir. Go stare at the shoe rack and think what you've done. I hate this thing. I want to destroy it, and I can't. Yeah, it'll watch the door for me. Hear someone come in. Hello? Ah! That way I'll get alerted just in case someone tries to, like, you know, take me out. Take me out to the ball game. No, wrong, take me out. Anyway. Shit, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Daedra. Azura is, like, I come from, like, the Oblivion morality of the Daedra. Nocturnal is a lot more benevolent within Oblivion. She's very protective of her people, which I appreciate her being, especially of the Thieves Guild. I do believe she comes off a bit more, like, stricter in Skyrim. Like, when you first meet her and become a Nightingale, she is a lot more like, you are mine now, so, like, this is what we're doing. And you just kind of, like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Like, she's cool. She's got a really sick design, but she's not as, like, merciful as you see her in Oblivion. And then Azura's relatively merciful, I think. Like, she extremely is so in Oblivion. Like, her quest is my favorite in Oblivion because, like, just how, damn it, how lovely she is to do a request for, because she just wants to help her followers after they become infected by vampirism, and she just wants to set them free, and they are serving her till the end, so she's really, like, rewarding them to set them free, and it's really, really nice.
Definitely not God's work.
And I think she's, like, her quest in Skyrim is really, really cool. And I see her more on the line of benevolence rather than malevolence. I'm trying to think of, like, who else would kind of fall into that sphere. Because her scene is definitely more malicious. Who am I thinking of? Shoot. Sanguine. I think Sanguine is more harmless. I wouldn't say he's benevolent. I think he's more morally gray as a Daedric prince. But he is... like, both his quests in Skyrim and Oblivion are very silly. So, I think his is just, he likes having fun with mortals, and I can treat that as more benevolent than out of maliciousness. Like, I say Namira, who is very cannibalistic. Her quest is, like, a lot less to do with cannibals in Oblivion than it does in Skyrim. I think it's more lore-based. Not that it's not lore-based in Oblivion, it's just not heavily onto the cannibalistic side, which I don't really care for her quest in Skyrim. I like it in Oblivion more. I could make a whole tier of whose quests I prefer where. I might go over that while I'm cleaning, actually, if you guys don't mind me yapping. But she's definitely more on the side of bad than good. But I do like how morally different all the Daedra are. Sheogorath, I think, remains very consistent between Oblivion and Skyrim. I do really love the Shivering Isles for that aspect, because you actually get a better look. You get a better look at Sheogorath, and then you technically become him in the Shivering Isles. And if you haven't played the Shivering Isles, you definitely should. You will have a freaking blast with it. I did. It's one of my favorite DLCs. Anyway, I feel like he kind of remains consistent throughout. So does his voice actor, who is phenomenal. Love his voice acting. Wes Johnson does such a great job. I believe I'm saying his name right. I do apologize, but I'm, like, going right off the top of my head, and I'm terrible with names. I'm great with faces. terrible with names, so I'm sure you guys can correct me if not, if I'm wrong. But he does such a great job. I love it so much. He really helped carry Oblivion. Like, all the voice cast did stunning jobs in Oblivion, but he really did the bulk of the voice work for, like, establishing very memorable lines, like, "Stop in the name of the law! Then pay with your blood!" And then everything Sheogorath. Just so good. So, so good. I love it so much. But anyway, back to the Daedra. Oops. I haven't done Clavicus Files quest in a long time in Oblivion to remember exactly what that was about. I know I found him in my recent playthrough, which I'm gonna have to do. But he's just kinda in between. I don't see him as malevolent nor benevolent. I see Malakath as more benevolent, but it's for the people he's created, the orcs, ogres, and all that. And you do see that also in Skyrim, so Malakath also remains very consistent in his character, which is really cool. Because in Skyrim, you have to deal with the one orc selling out his people. And, well, not even selling out his people, just being weak in the eyes of Malakath, and then you kind of, and you can tell he's not leading very well, so you kind of just take care of him so that his people can flourish. I don't know why I thought selling out. I think I'm thinking of something else. And then with the quest, I have done it on my channel, but with the quest in Oblivion, it's more of freeing the ogres who are taken to be slaves on a farm, so you free them for him. Like, he cares deeply about his creations, and it's very sweet. It's more benevolent on that side, but morally gray and dubious to those who are more outside that. It's very interesting. Wait. Am I supposed to change this? I have a feeling that this also freaked him out. I don't think I can change that right now. I'm glad that I have all you guys here to just listen, and hopefully I can bring a source of comfort, especially during like harder days or harder times. I might not know you, but I will say I care. I read your sweet comments, and even if you don't comment and you just enjoy listening, I'm glad that you get some benefit out of me playing videos and talking about my life or yapping on about what I enjoy the most about certain fantasy games. It might all seem like like word salad and stuff like that, but I'm very, very grateful to have you guys here and tagging along while I do these crime scene cleanups. I'm gonna use my water pump. I love this thing. It would be getting everything wet though, and really messy and gross. But, you know, it's fine. Here, is that it? Well, I know there's a body. I'll take care of that in a second. Just making sure. Gotta pick that up. Take this. This looks really nice. I can probably pay off my daughter's medical stuff, you know? That is important. I gotta clean that up. I made a mess. Get your trash can out. No, that's just sponge. The dinosaurs. I am a stegosaurus.
Blown right open. Must
So
have been
silly.
a heavy caliber. Painted the walls red.
That was the silly stuff I used to watch. The AS. I can't even pronounce it. You know, the keyboard combination. If you know, you know. Evelyn. I'm making the sound of it. Oh, why is there a clothing hanging there? Freaking crazy. Oh, my music is stopped. Let's play some more. Ah. No, I guess I'll just play. No. Son of a bitch. I did knock it over this time. So whoever's counting, there you go. Well, no, I knocked it over twice, actually. I did it once in the bathroom. Technically, I spilt it, but it's fine. But this is my first fucking knock it over. It's fine. We're fine. I'm fine. Look, I cleaned that right up. It's all good. We're all happy. I say in a very painful voice. Next time I'm gonna put in my detergent and we're gonna have a good day, you know? Damn it. Didn't want to use that twice, but you know what? This is very alternative music. Is there any blood in here? Nope, but there's broken stuff. Let's get the broken stuff. Frickin'. Throw that down the stairs. I'll take care of that in a second. Let's take care of all this. You know, this is very stained, but I'm glad that I don't have to worry about it. I don't think there's anything else in here that I necessarily need. I think this is just like technically the bathroom upstairs that I can go to and refill stuff in, which makes sense. Yep, let's just do that. Come here. Now let's go in here. I threw his body down, right? Yes, I did. Okay, so he's taken care of. He just had a brain fart. I get those a lot.
I take you as my piece of trash.
Never get tired of his dry humor. It's so, like, entertaining. Nope, sir. I just complimented you. Do not make me regret it. There we go. Is that a trap door? What is that? No? That was a very interesting way that, like, got cleaned, you know? Huh. No, give me the ring. I want that ring. Is there a kitty up there? No, I don't think the kitty's here anymore. Unfortunately. Those cat paws were too big to be kitty. Because I don't even think the biggest cat breed, the Maine Coon, can make paw prints that big, you know? Let's see, those are pills.
These antipsychotics didn't work at all.
Melanie Mitchell, 43. Antipsychotics, I see. Not really. Oh, she was mixing it. She was mixing alcohol and pills. Can't do that. It's not good. Okay, what's in here? What's brute force hacking? Stuff. Nah, I don't even want to do that. I don't know what that would be. Okay, so let's see. Because you can't go side to side. That's so stupid. There you go. But if I could go diagonally, like you can go side to side, but if I could go diagonally, that'd be perfect. But you can't even do that, which is kind of frustrating, you know? Because if I could go diagonally, that'd be great, but I can't, so it's dumb. I'm glad that like you get at least a good time window. Oh, look, a ducky. Nothing in here, nothing in here, nothing in here. Window, fish, painting. Can I open this drawer? Nope, that's a book. Okay, pick you up because there's nothing else in here. Alright, now we can go back downstairs. Gonna pick you up. Freaking creepy head. Okay, close. Haunted Manor. Fabulous. Oh, where is the chair? Am I missing it? No! Take out the light. Where's the chair? Oh, there it is. There you go. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for in here. I think I got everything in here. Yeah, I don't see anything. What about in here? Nothing. Okay, let's not throw this down the stairs. Thank you. Okay. Let's clean up these paw prints. These really huge paw prints. Will you quit turning this shit off, please? I am a little tense because this place is creeping me out. Dupro is not helping with the creep factor. Oh look, there's money in the cat house. Take the monies. Ah, oh, you got a pretty kitty. Let's put that back.
First things first. Gotta scrub, scrub, scrub.
God. Okay, I can see it now. Go. Okay.
I should clean it first.
Okay, now I see the paw prints. I see that the light doesn't have full range, unfortunately.
I've got a hunch on who the family favorite was.
Such a pretty kitty. Well, I think thinking of my favorite Daedra quests when it comes to like in between games, Azura's was my favorite in Oblivion. Not that I didn't care for hers in Skyrim, it just wasn't like my favorite. Wasn't bad, but it wasn't my favorite. I guess there's some like I won't be able to compare because I can't remember them. Like with Katobekawaiii, I can't say like what's my favorite. I do enjoy the one in Skyrim though. I do like Barnabas. I think Barnabas is really cute. Helping him out and stuff like that, and deciding like if you want his helmet or his other like artifact, like to, you know, take out Barnabas, up to you. I never do because I like Barnabas too much to do that to him. I would just also feel bad if I ever did that to Barnabas. Even though Katobekawaiii is like, I could give you something better than my mask. Nah, dude, I'd rather not, you know, hurt Barnabas, but whatever, I guess. That's your prerogative. Let's see. I like Azura's... Yeah, I think I just said that. I like Azura's quest the most in Oblivion. I feel like I like Nocturnal's quest a lot more in Oblivion than I do Skyrim. Only because you get to keep the skeleton key. I feel like if you were able to keep the skeleton key in Skyrim, maybe I'd like hers more, but she doesn't really like have her own Daedra quest because she's just in the end a part of the Thieves Guild questline rather than just, you know, being a separate Daedra that you can just happen across, like Pyrite. Speaking of Pyrite, I like Pyrite's quest a lot more in Oblivion than I do in Skyrim. I just think it's neat trying to free the people from a self, like, caused magical, like, paralysis that they get themselves caught into. I'm trying to remember. Like, I remember the part where they're all paralyzed and you can practice your skills on them because they are immortal. It's not kind, but hey, it's great for getting your swordsmanship up if you've got like an hour to kill and you don't mind just doing the same thing over and over again. Trying to think of who else. I don't think I haven't done Meridia's quest in ages in Oblivion, so I can't really compare theirs. But I do enjoy it in Skyrim, despite her whole thing becoming more of a meme and most people not caring for her. I don't know, I don't mind hers. With Mephala, I like her Daedra quest a lot more in Oblivion than I do Skyrim. Just because I can't stand the Jarl's children, I don't really... I feel more interconnected with a village that's living at peace than I do, and then you're kind of playing with the strings of fate, than with the Jarl's children who are all brats, even after it, so... Yeah... As I've already said with Namira, I prefer her quests in Oblivion, but it's only because... Oh, I was trying to clean that, I guess. Well... More garbage, I guess I have to take care of. Trying to think of who else. Boethia, I like a lot more.
I'm not a garbage man. I'm a trash collector.
Boethia's, I actually like them both in both like games. I think they're both different and interesting. Like, one you get to go into a Daedric realm, and the other you just are basically fighting to be her champion. I think both are interesting with different facets of her character. I do have to say, I prefer Vermina's in Oblivion than I do in Skyrim, and it's interesting because I played her Skyrim version first, so I figured I'd be more be blinded by nostalgia than I would be anything else. But no, I actually really found her quest in Skyrim, or in Oblivion, to be so much more interesting than I did in Skyrim. Not to say I didn't like it in Skyrim. I did take, when I first did her quest in Skyrim, I did it at way too low levels that I was getting my butt handed to me by the sleeping orcs. But I have to say, going into basically what is half an Oblivion realm, half just this dude's tower just to retrieve her artifact, is just so fascinating. I really found it interesting. I liked it a lot. Okay, we're gonna pick up her thing.
After she killed her family, she finally stabbed herself in the heart. That's where maternal love comes from.
Totally. I got this whole pentagram. I'm not getting blood on my newly mopped floor, so you can wait there, lady. Oh, I should pick up the rest of this. That's what I was doing. With Sanguine, I genuinely enjoyed both his quests as well, so I can't really say whose is better. I think they're both fun, and they're both different aspects. I feel like you're more on a wild goose chase in Skyrim than you are in Oblivion. In Oblivion, you're just kind of really messed with because you lose all your stuff to protect yourself, and you really make, tick off a countess and her entire guard. I mean, if you have a high enough sneak skill level and you can cast invisibility on yourself, then I'm sure you'd be fine. Which thankfully I thought ahead and I littered the floor with invisibility potions, but I mean, I feel like it'd be an easier quest to be like, I prefer a scavenger hunt more than I do that one because it's just too easy. But I think they're both fun. Ugh. Damn it. Well, I have knocked it over 3 consistent times. I hope I don't do it a 4th. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself. Malakath! Honestly, I feel like you see two different sides with him. You see his Skyrim side, and you see his, Cyrodiilic side, which... You son of a bitch. So, like, it just gives him two different, like, aspects of his personality, like, within the game, which is really fascinating. I like that. I like getting, like, different sides of, like, the Daedra. Sheogorath's Daedric quest is really, like, fascinating. I do have to say. Because if you complete the Shivering Isles first, before you do his Daedric quest, he has a different voice line for you. Versus, like, if you do his quest first. It's really neat. I really like the continuity. I am a big fan of continuity within games where they're like, oh my god, you did that. That's why I like Oblivion a lot more than I like Skyrim. Because of, like, the praise you get. And I've made several videos about that on my TikTok. Just because it's just my favorite aspect. I love it when people remember what you've done for them. And they don't treat you like an outsider. And it specifically feels so special in Oblivion because you're not the main character. Sean Bean is. Martin is. I mean, because he's the one who's saving the world. You're just getting him there. And so you're allowed to make this name for yourself. You basically rise from being a nobody to being whoever you want to be, whether in fame or infamy, and you're still recognized for all, like, the great attributes you do, like being the hero of Kvatch, being the head of the Thieves Guild, being the head of the... Well, they don't really know you're the head of the Thieves Guild, but anyway, being the head of the Dark Brotherhood, being the head of the Fighters Guild. Like, it's nice having that respect that you don't get in Skyrim. Literally, you're the Dragonborn, and they treat you like scum beneath their shoes regardless of, like, status. Like, you can rise in rank with the companions, and they're still calling you scum. And it's like, but why, though? Like, you know where I stand now, and yet you're still not going to treat me with respect. Like, I get it if it's in their character to kind of, like, treat you rudely.
No jump scares. Let's keep it that way.
Yes, please. Anyway. Like, I get it. Because, like, there's some characters where that's in their nature to be rude. Like with Sapphire in the Thieves Guild. Of Skyrim. But to have every single character just, you know, snark at you, and even though you're, like, openly known as a Dragonborn, and they still treat you, like, as just poop on their shoe. It's just not nice. I don't like that. Because, like, you can move the moon, and they'll still be like, just a milk drinker, aren't you? It's like, ma'am, I saved your entire village. What do you mean, you know? If you have a character that's basically the chosen one who's done all this great shit, at least have the NPCs respect them. Especially if it's in their character to have some kind of, like, revelry in, like, oh, thank you so much for that, you know? And, like, there are some NPCs in Skyrim who do treat you a lot better because you helped them. Like, they're like, oh my god, thank you so much. It's great to see you, you know? Kinda. It's not often, but it's nice when it happens. Whereas in Oblivion, if you raise their disposition up, which is why I like the wheel so much, even though it's not a lot of people's favorites, like if you get it high enough and you've done something really nice for them and they already kind of, like, have a good disposition towards you anyway, like, it's nice to, like, walk up to them and have them go, like, oh my god, how you doing? It's so great to see you. And you're just like, oh my god, it's so great to see you too. You're so sweet, you know? I appreciate that. I really do. I find that stuff, like, really, really nice. But that's also how I naturally approach the world. I like to be very kind and open to those around me. And if you do something commendable, I like to celebrate it, you know? It just sucks in Skyrim when you do something great and wonderful, they're just like so indifferent to it, or they celebrate it in the moment, but then they're just back to being super freaking indifferent about it, and you're just like, you know, I put out the fire on your house, right? And they're just like, go eat some shoes or whatever. Like, they're just not being nice. What is something they would say in Skyrim? It's just like, oh, piss off. Go bother someone else. And you're just like, okay. I hope your house catches back on fire. I'm also trying to be very aware of my language because I can get kind of vulgar, and I know YouTube doesn't like that, and I'd rather YouTube not, like, be, you know, rude. Ah, man. Bending over backwards just so that I don't get hidden by the algorithm. Not that the algorithm really favors me on YouTube anyway. It'd be what it be, though. I'm not, like, putting up too much of a fuss. I've already kind of decided that this is more of a for funsies than, like, anything I would turn into a career. Oh man, it's already out because I knocked over the bucket 50 bajillion times. Damn it. Switch out your freaking bottles, dummy. There you go. You've got like 50 of them. Alright. Let's get the rest of this stuff cleaned up. La da da, la da da. Oh, I should have probably cleaned that with a sponge. Oh well. It's fine. Gotta close everything.
The doors were locked, so she must have trashed the place herself.
Probably. It means no worries for the rest of your days. Over there. Is that gonna work? Is it too far? It's too far. There we go. Alright, we've almost gotten all the blood. Shit, there's a lot of furniture. There's a lot of furniture here. Oh, is it covered in blood? Yes, it is. Stop fighting me, you stupid chair. God, this takes me back to the early days of YouTube when PewDiePie used to get into a fight with chairs. He was the first YouTuber I really, like, started watching seriously back in the day. Seeing all his older videos just really takes me back. Him, Markiplier. Man. It's crazy. Trying to figure out, like, remember who else I watched. Jalsoid. I watched a lot of their animations growing up. Is there anything in the fridge that to worry about? Oh, no, you ketchup. There you go. Ooh, that is covered in cherry sauce. Let's clean that up. There you go. No wonder there's like 30 furniture up back together, because holy shoot. This is crazy. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's all problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. I don't know why that song is in my head, but it is. Okay, gotta flip it over. Clean, clean, clean. There you go. Lady really made a mess. Alright guys, I'm back. I just had to let my bubbies out real quick. But now we can get back to cleaning. I moved the lamp so I could see better. I really like the black light. I know like the other one is like really helpful for just overall seeing things, but I feel like the black light does a lot for that too. Kinda. I feel like with the big overhead light you get more of like a view of like what's around, versus with the black light you can really see like all the stuff you need to clean. Got all that trash. It's nice that I can be nice and gentile with the sponge. Yeah, definitely don't need to make more broken messes. Let's pick up the candle. Put on the table. Put that there. There. Can I pick this up? Yeah. Does that go here? No, that's too big. Oh, and it's freaking dirty. Fucking go over, please. There we go. Get the blood off. You're freaking dirty too. Let's also get the blood off. Gosh, this lady got blood everywhere. On purpose too, which is dumb.
I should clean it first.
Okay. Can't even tell. It's so messy. There. Put it back. Okay. These are some very interesting paintings. There we go, nice and neat. She's got a lot of the same photos on the wall. I think that might have driven her crazy too. Not much of a variety person, I guess. Here we go. Took a little spinning, but we got it figured out. Get on the stupid chair, you stupid thing. There we go. Where's the other one? Did I... Oh, there it is. I was like, did I launch it into outer space? Probably. It's very easy to do on accident. I got 97% of the blood. Ah, I see it. See if I look at the wall one more time. Don't see much blood. Ah, yeah. There's blood all over. What about on the table? Oh, it's all over the ceiling. Holy cow. Holy cow, lady. Okay, that's a lot of blood. This goes here. I see you. Come here. I'm holding down the joystick. This is so hard. Go over there. Okay. Put you there. There you go. That was dumb. It's fine. We got it fixed. Well, that was even for this cushion. That was the for that cushion. Whatevers. There we go. Perfect. Now we can pick this up. I'm gonna take this back in. Let's pick this up. Make it not look messy. There we go. Thank you for not shattering. Thank you also for not shattering. I don't think I need this anymore. So let's collect. I don't think there's anything in here I'm missing. Oh, interesting. There we go. I can't really do much with the TV, but I don't really care. Alright. The head is spooky. We're not gonna do much about that. Okay, pick up. Go. Gonna close that. Close that. Close that. Well, looks like we got everything taken care of. Goodbye. Creepy ass head. Yes. We are outie. That was creepy, but it was nice to have the music playing because I didn't want to deal with the spooks. Perfect score, perfect score, perfect. No? Ah. Oh, I missed some evidence. Shoot. Well, I still did good. What did I miss? And I missed a secret. Oh well. I still did decently, so you know, I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. Hi Dex, you just looking at the wall?
Sorry, Dexter, but it's no time for a walk.
There's no time. Never been time for a walk. Dude, you need to walk your baby. He's staring at the wall. He's feeling sad. Let's go check the computer. So, you didn't let me down, that's for sure. The sudden vanishing act of all the folks in the house is one heck of a way to drive down its price. Not exactly what I had in mind initially, but hey, it did the trick. Thanks. Well, I'm glad they were happy about it. Oh, goodness. You are ridiculous. Stay downstairs. I haven't really seen anything else to really look at. Story-wise, anyway. I'll just move that back up here like I usually do. There we go, make it nice and neat. Close. Close. Thought I saw something. I did not. Alright. Well, guess we're going to bed. Thank you for joining me today on this crime scene cleanup. I hope you all have a good night. Bye-bye!